Hello again, guys. This is John 61. Hello again, guys. This is John 160 and Techno Intermage.
Yo.
And today is Saturday's podcast. I know we haven't been too consistent with this, just because me and Techno have been busy. And to start off, if you see the new picture, and that's what we're going to be talking about first today, before we go into talking about anime and such. There are going to be some changes to the channel. Um, right now, I'm sorry. Right now, it's just me, but I'm expanding out to Techno, who is right now team editor, and Takio whenever he decides to, when he wants to feel like working with us. He is kind of still on the fence about it. And I will continue to do anime, but as of right now, as I make my videos. Techno is the one editing them, which is why there's been a slower scripting now. So between that and then him editing, that takes time. The videos aren't going to be coming out as fast. So like quality over quantity, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
And to all of you who are watching, because you are at Katsucon, and I was high off that Rockstar, and I said I do an Orange High School Host Club video,
Oh,
that's
so
coming.
okay. I see how it is now.
What?
Nothing. Keep going.
Shut up, Techno. I would not wait you right now. That video is coming. It's gonna take me some time to rewatch it. I watched the first episode last night, and I realized I want to punch everyone but Haruhi square in the face. Well, and Honey Senpai. Honey Senpai is kind of funny, but everybody else, I kind of want to punch them in their smug face.
Those are some strong words.
Shut up, Techno. I want you to do this later, but not right now.
What if you say, boss?
But look, I'm gonna rewatch the show. I'm gonna do a review on it. Like I said, the thumbnail, the picture I took with all the cosplays and host club, that's gonna be the thumbnail and all that stuff. So it is coming. I'm gonna work really hard on it for you guys. I'm gonna script it well to best of my ability. I'm gonna watch it to best of my ability and make sure I can get it all perfect and straight and stuff like that. So yeah, that's a change to the channel. It's not just gonna be me anymore. It's gonna be Techno. Techno, what are you gonna be uploading to the channel?
Probably a lot of me mucking about in video games.
There you go.
I'm not very good at anything,
Yeah,
so
mucking about video.
it's gonna be funny, and people are gonna judge me, and I'm gonna be like, haha, deal with it.
Yeah, so as of right now, it's just me and Techno. Takio will come when he's ready. Um, and yeah, we're Team Synthesis because that's kind of just what came to mind.
Yeah, I don't even remember how that name came about. I think it was I was talking to you, and then you said it or something.
Probably. I don't
Something.
remember what happened like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, neither do I. It's bad.
But yeah, that's kind of what the announcement was for today, and just telling you guys that there's gonna be changes, and if you don't like the changes, you're gonna stay, and I will. If
You
you
don't
don't,
have a choice. You can't leave. You have to stay and continue watching.
we want you down.
Yeah.
Just kidding. We're not gonna hunt you down if you unsubscribe from us.
Yeah.
By the way, I think we've hit what was it? Like 30 some subscribers?
Hey, that's what's up.
I can check that right now. Hold on.
That's a
Yeah,
worthwhile
we hit
development.
31 subscribers.
Oh, wow. I did not know how that happened.
Katsucon, dude. Katsucon.
Oh, that's true. You're walking around shameless self-promotion. You're just like, here, have my
Can it?
business card.
Can it? I've heard enough of this already from other people.
I'm still salty that you met the guys from Baltimore Knife and Sword, you know?
Oh
So,
yeah, exactly.
give me a
Cause,
break.
oh man, yeah, man, Ilya's was really cool too. I met Matt and
Yeah,
Ilya. I took a picture of that guy. Ilya's cool.
I know, they're awesome, and I really want to meet them, and I'm on the other side of the U.S., and it's like, oh,
And I could just take a train right up to see him anytime I want.
Yeah, you're right there. It makes me salty.
Fuel on the fire, dude. Fuel on the fire.
Yeah. So, shall we move on to the topics that I discussed?
Sure.
So, I thought you'd talk about tropes in anime, I guess. Um,
Tropes.
tropes,
Can you
that's what
refresh
they're
my memory?
called on the internet.
Please,
Um,
please refresh my memory what tropes are. I'm not at
uh,
100% right now.
yeah, gladly. Tropes are pretty much themes in anime, like high school anime. There's always those. I hate
No.
those. I'm so done with high
Oh,
school
I know.
anime.
You've expressed to me your hatred of high school anime many
I
times.
mean, it's not that I absolutely hate it. It's that I've seen too much in a year, and I'm like, I'm done. I want nothing more to do with high school anime for a while. Just give me a break.
And I've noticed that a lot of my top 10 aren't even based high school anime, really. Like,
Yeah,
Gurren Lagann's my number one. My number two is
that's
like Yu Yu Hakusho, which is like
yeah,
not even close
shonen.
to high school anime.
Yeah, those are considered shonen, Gundam, that
I
sort
mean,
of thing.
and then the ones that are like, exceptions to the rule are like Clannad, and that's
Yeah,
like freaking a love story, which I'm not used to liking, but it just really got to me.
yeah.
So,
No, but I don't know. I end up leaning more towards Gundam. Like, I'm always watching Gundam. If
don't
you
tell me
find
you're a
me in
Gundam addict
Gundam,
too. Go ahead and go join my uncle and my father. You're a freaking Gundam addict.
Gundam is beast, okay? Coming from a nerd standpoint where I'm like, oh, I wish I could have a giant robot, that is just beast. And I don't know
Gundam
why
is too
you.
Gundam is too mainstream for me. They're freaking too many, and they're not even
Okay,
connected, which makes no
okay,
sense.
okay. Shonen is mainstream, mind you, okay? Shonen is mainstream.
Screw you. It's shown in high school anime that's mainstream around here.
Yeah, you can't even say that.
I go underground shonen first of all.
Okay, fine. I mean, if you
You
look
know
at the
how many people
three.
know about Gurren Lagann? A finite amount of people, man. Trust me, I've talked to people about this.
I can imagine, but just hear me out. Everyone has heard of the top three: Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach. Those are all shonen.
And Death Note now.
And oh yeah, Death Note is now becoming popular. I don't know why it took people so long to discover the show.
It
It's
was just so
just
complicated. No one wanted to talk about it because it was so hard to explain.
yeah, you're just like, oh, there's this dude. He has a book. He's killing people. It's awesome. You should all go watch it. That was pretty much my conversation with my friend the other day at school. I was like, oh yeah, you should watch Death Note. And he's like, what? And I'm like, there's a dude, there's a book, he kills people, it's awesome. There's Shinigami, you'll like that.
Oh no, I did not like Death Note as much as people did. It just
Yeah,
kind
I
of
didn't
annoyed
either.
me.
I was like, oh, the plot was interesting, but then, like, at the start, the plot was great.
The first season was good, but the second
Yeah,
season just derailed because the thing that made Light relatable was the fact that even though he was doing all this, it was coming from his heart, and he was doing this for the good
for
of
the greater
humanity.
good. Yeah,
But in the second season, he lost all freaking regard for human life. Like his own
yeah,
father was dying, and he was like, "Don't die in vain. Write that dude's name in the death note so he can die, so I won't get caught."
yeah, the dude kind of turned into a jerk. And you're just like, oh,
Total
well,
douchebag.
you're like, some hero you turned out to me.
At least, at least Lelouch had a method to his madness.
Yeah,
At
at
least
least
in the end,
Lelouch
Lelouch
was
was like ready. At least Lelouch was like planning to die in the end for all the stuff he did.
Yeah, and at least Lelouch was prepared to not kill his sister. I mean, I was like, oh,
He
he's
could
gonna
have
kill
killed
his
his sister.
sister. He could have, but he didn't, and that he's just awesome. That's why I love him.
Not in a gay way, right?
No, obviously. How could you? I'm hurt.
I'm just messing with you, Techno. Don't get
Yeah.
so offended. Gosh,
Mm,
lighten up.
I'm gonna be salty for a few weeks now.
Yeah, you're gonna be so. You're already salty at me for going to Katsucon without you, but you live all the way in Chicago, man.
You know what? Whatever. I have places to be today, so.
Oh yeah, well, so do I. So
Yeah. So let's continue. Let's see. We discussed Gundam. Everyone loves Gundam except for you, you know, because you're a
I know
weirdo.
people don't like Gundam. Gundam is there are too many Gundam series. Like if Gundam was smaller, more condensed, and the multiple series actually had connections to each other, I would watch Gundam. I would like Gundam.
Okay, I understand your problem with Mobile Suit Gundam, okay? But when I say Gundam, I mean everything else but Mobile Suit, because Mobile Suit is just too massive to even contain in like a 10-minute video.
I'm even talking about Gundam 00.
I don't even. It's too big, too much work. I can't be bothered.
This is why I don't like Gundam, because that's exactly why. It hurts
I
my
re-
brain more than Death Note.
I recently started Mobile Suit, and I'm like, oh my goodness, where do I start? Which series do I start with? And I was like,
It
oh,
doesn't
whatever.
matter.
I just started with Zero Zero recently, and I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I'll just start with this because I was reading the manga based on Zero Zero. So I was like, oh, well, I guess it all ties in. But at the same time, I'm like, oh, great, this is too much. It's just a pain.
I can't get behind Gundam because it's too big. It's too much stuff.
Nobody talks about Mobile Suit. Just you don't talk about Mobile Suit.
Whatever.
You talk about everything.
So let's go from tropes here, and here's something I want to do for a while. Let's dispute number one anime here.
Oh joy. Well,
You and anyone who watches my channel knows my number one is Gurren Lagann, obviously.
yeah.
I took a lot away from it. It's one of my I bought a jacket from it, you know.
Yeah.
And I believe your number one is Madoka Magica.
Yes.
I can't problem. I can't get past the first episode, man. I
Okay,
understand.
fine. Be that way. Okay, just because remember when we talked like about a week ago, we were talking about it, and you said you were going to start watching it, and I went back and watched it for the third time, and I remembered why I love that show so much.
I can't get behind it. I'm sorry, man. It's not like I've tried to watch this show at least 4 times. I can't get past the first episode. I'm sorry. I don't get it. The art style, I don't like it. The story is, I don't know. It's like incoherent. It's like she's dreaming, then she's not dreaming, then she's like this new girl that was in her dream. What? Duh. What? Then she's all mysterious. Well, I haven't seen that cliche before.
Okay, fine. I get it. Okay, it's too psychedelic for you to enjoy.
Too psychedelic for me to enjoy?
Yes.
I watched Death Note and I read Death Note.
Okay, Death Note is not as beautifully written as Madoka Magica.
I think our problem is it's too light. I don't like the bright colors. It does not.
You
I
don't like the light color. Okay, consider the fact that it's a Mahou Shouju. So Shouju, blah. I'm pronouncing it wrong. Anyway, it's a magical girl anime. What do you expect?
I don't like the contrast between dark colors and light colors. You're either one or the other. You're not flip-flopping. You're not a Democrat.
Whatever. Did you even in the first episode? Did they fight a witch in the first episode? I don't remember.
I don't know. I can't get past the part to where she's like, "Oh, I know who you are," and she's like, "How?" And she was like, "I was in your dream." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever. This is just getting stupid for my brain."
You know, I would explain the whole plot to you right now, but
I can't get behind it. I'm sorry, man. You
it's
know,
complicated.
you can't dispute me why you could not like Gurren Lagann. You can't even dispute that with me.
Gurren Lagann is amazing. Okay, it's not my number one, but
Exactly.
it's amazing.
Exactly, it's amazing, and I'm sorry, but Madoka Magica is not as amazing.
Sad face.
This turned into a one-sided fight. I'm winning.
Yeah, I noticed. I don't think I care. Madoka Magica is the greatest thing ever, and I
No,
live by
it's
those.
not. It's Gurren Lagann's the greatest thing ever, and if you dispute with me, I will destroy you.
Gurren Lagann had those slow moments. Madoka Magica did not.
What slow moments?
What do you mean, what slow moments?
Everything
the whole
they did
second
literally had a
season
reason.
beginning. No. The whole second season beginning, where Simone was just in a state of depression. I understand why they did it like that, right? But that was slow, okay? And if I
No,
had
it wasn't. Because you
Listen,
even lost
listen,
people with
listen,
depression. You still had the whole what was it Rolia or Riolu, whatever his name is.
Listen, if I had no feelings for Kamina, I wouldn't have cared for the first part of this second season.
But that's why they set it up like that. Because you know you care about Kamina. And the second season, just because Simone's depressed, that's one thing. But you still got whatever that dude's name with an R, who's kind of turns to a jerk in the second season, who they found as a kid, he's over there like ripping people out of their homes. And you got Viral on like Rebellion side trying to attack them. So that's all going on while Simone is depressed, and they're going between that, which means it's not even really slow. It's just how you perceive it to be. You want to focus on the fact that Simone was depressed, which I didn't. I was looking at, okay, Simone is depressed. Here's why, because Carmen is dead all this time. Also, you have Viral, and I cannot remember that dude's name from now on. It starts with an R, who turned to a jerk. You know, you got him like trying to contain all these people to make sure that prophecy doesn't come true.
You know, and here's the other thing that I look for in anime: rewatchability. I can't watch Gurren Lagann again. I'm just being straight up honest. There's no way I can watch it again and feel the same feelings I did the first time.
I've watched that show at least 5 times and felt the same feelings.
Well, I haven't, and here's the thing: I can watch Full Metal Alchemist. I've watched Full Metal Alchemist 12 times now, and I have felt the same feelings each and every time.
I cannot go through those 52 episodes again 12 times. I just can't do it. I don't have that type of time.
You're like, it's too long.
I have to give other anime a chance. When I'm in a slump, I'll rewatch Gurren Lagann.
No, because that's the go-to show for you, but not for me.
Because that's what you have to understand. Without Gurren Lagann, I would not have watched as many anime as I did. It wasn't my starting point for watching anime, but it launched me into watching more and more anime.
True. I don't know. I seem to have dug myself a hole.
Yep. I win again.
Yeah, for now.
Giant 2 Techno Zero.
You know, whatever. I could be warming you up and being all like, "Oh, I'll let him win a couple times and then I'll come back with this amazing
But I know
argument."
you, Techno. You aren't going to do that because you know, even if in your big finish, I'll still probably win.
Whatever. Anyway, let's see. Did we already talk about the first anime we ever watched?
I can't even remember that far back to whatever the first anime I ever watched was. I'm pretty sure it was DBZ. But first anime I can actually remember very well, Spirited Away.
Spirited Away.
I watched Spirited Away as a child. It was like in kindergarten or whatever. I don't know why they showed Spirited Away, but I liked it.
Yeah. For me, it's a dispute because the first thing from Japan that I ever watched would arguably be Ponyo. Arguably, because I was over at a friend's house and he was all like, "Oh yeah, let's watch Ponyo," and I was like, "What in the world is Ponyo?"
You watched Ponyo as your first anime?
Arguably, okay.
Jesus.
But the first. Yeah, but the first anime I actually remember watching that I would consider my first anime would be, that actually got me into watching more anime, would be Paranoia Agent.
I'm actually watching that right now on the side. I watched the first episode. It was weird.
Yeah, it's really freaky. The doll starts talking and you're like,
oh, the doll starts talking? Oh, God.
Yeah, the little pig doll, and you're like, what in the world's going on?
Yeah, like, I'm watching the first episode, and she got attacked, and everybody thinks she's faking, and
yeah,
that kid's creepy.
The Slugger, little Slugger, whatever he's called.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Yeah, come out to me with a bat, fool. Come on, I'll kill you, cuz. I stay smack. I will rip that bat out your hands, knock you to beat you with it.
Okay, stop trying. You're being a little bit too black there.
Hey man, I gotta get back to my roots. You know what I'm saying, homie?
Yeah, no, the show. Oh my goodness, that show was weird. Like, you're gonna go further down the show and you're gonna be like, oh, it's that kind of show, because it's a psychological horror. Like, that's the genre. Yeah. So expect some really freaky, really backwards, really plot twisty.
The last psychological horror I watched was like Perfect Blue.
Oh no. Perfect Blue. Oh no.
You watch Perfect Blue?
I watched like a couple episodes.
It's a movie, fool, not a show.
Oh, true. I found it in episodes online. I don't know. My sources are mixed up.
Yeah, dude, it's a movie.
Perfect Blue scares me.
It should. It was creepy.
For good reason.
Did you? Oh, you didn't get to the ending twist yet, did you?
No.
That's gonna trip you.
I need to finish that today. as well as watch the next episode of Tokyo Ghoul, which you put on hold because you're watching our on host club.
Yeah. I was on hiatus anyway.
I know, but oh my goodness, the plot twist in
Yeah,
last
dude.
week's episode.
Yeah, dude. Perfect Blue is runtime was only an hour and 20 minutes. How are you not done?
I'm lazy. What do you mean? How am I not done? I can finish it today while I finish editing your video from Katsucon.
Thank you. How's that coming along?
I watched the stuff and then realized, oh, there's a bunch of images, so I have to repurpose my entire timeline in Photoshop. Well, not in Photoshop, in Premiere. And then complain about the fact that I don't have After Effects. After Effects would make this so much easier.
Why don't you just find an After Effects substitute?
That's the thing. Most other substitutes won't work in Adobe because Adobe has like some backwater access coding that blocks other
I'm not.
programs. It's
I am not. I am not promoting pirating, but you could always find a cracked version. But and by no means I'm promoting pirating and stealing Adobe After Effects.
I can
You
probably
know,
find. I probably know someone who already owns it, and I can probably leech off of them.
because that's what you do, Chris. I mean, techno. You each other.
I'm sad now if that's what you think of me.
I'm just kidding.
I know, I know. Two can play at that game.
This is like the most weirdest podcast we've had yet.
It feels casual. I like casual. I can just talk.
We've been going off of anime like every 5 seconds.
Hey, whatever works.
Where are your viewers that you said you had?
There should be arguably one. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't checked my phone in like however long it's been that we've been here, so I
I
wouldn't
hate
know.
you. You woke me up and then you're like, oh yeah, let's wait 2 hours. It's like people.
I gotta keep you on the edge of your seat, bro.
All right. So what do you think? Where do you think anime is headed?
Anime is heading? Oh boy. Uh, honestly, I would like to say I know, but there's probably
Yeah,
gonna be
where do
some
you think anime
massive.
is heading?
I would like to say that I know, but knowing the industry, it's probably gonna take a massive plot twist for the worst. Right now, specifically this past season, there have been a lot, and I mean a lot, of high school anime. Specifically, high school anime like Free, or for example, the one I was complaining to you about that came out and I almost watched, but I didn't because I realized what it really was. A show called Cute Earth Defense Club or something like that. No, I originally thought it was a magical girl anime, and I was about to watch it because I was like, oh, this looks mildly interesting.
But I mean, I'm talking about like because now anime is now in the mainstream.
Eh, not really. Not really. From the people I've talked to, from classmates and
No,
just
yeah, it
other
is. Yeah, let
people.
me finish. Yeah, because in the recent years, aside from comic books, aside from comic books getting more and more less like because 20 years ago, if you were said I read comic books, you'd probably get jumped. Now with the creation of
All right. It would seem, if we are still live, that my partner and compatriot has been dropped from the call for whatever reason. I would blame Google Plus. It has been unreliable. He says he is working on it now. And I mean working on getting it back up and running. Let us see. Left group chat, join group chat. Okay. Let us see what happens. Did it drop completely or is it still live? That's the question.
Yo.
Yo, okay. No, did it drop completely or are we still live?
No, dude, it dropped completely, but I think it's going back live now. Wait, yeah, we're back live.
Okay. No, I was like, what in the world? Did it drop or is it still going?
Yeah, I
Should I keep
don't know what's
talking?
happening with this video. So anyone, yeah, this might be a
I
weird
believe
video because this is like I don't know.
I blame Hangouts. It's been unreliable for me the past couple times I've used it.
Oh well, what should we do? Because we don't know if it dropped completely or what.
Well, it should be live on your YouTube channel, so let me go check.
All right. Yeah.
60. It says live now.
It says live now. How
Hold on,
long is
let me
it?
click
How
on it.
long does it say it's running for?
Hold on. Yeah, it's still going.
How long has it been running for?
Yeah. Yeah, we're still running on the YouTube channel, so
Okay, so
I say keep rolling with it.
all the time. All right. Well, all right. Like I was saying, anime is in the mainstream now because aside from comics, to where 20 years ago you'd be picked on and being called a nerd for saying, "Oh, I like comic books," or "Oh, I read comic books," to now with the creation of the MCU, with the media love of like the Spider-Man movies, the Batman movies, Avengers, Captain America, all those things. It's okay to be a nerd now. Now that's not to say if we're talking about let's say you're talking about Green Lantern, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're like, oh yeah, Guy Gardner became a Red Lantern, and then they're like, whoa, 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 super nerd alert. I mean, that's gonna happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, as long as you stay in the mainstream superhero thing, it's okay to be a nerd now. And that's also crossed over with anime because now people who don't watch anime know about Bleach and Naruto and One Piece and even Attack on Titan.
Okay,
Because
yes,
Attack on Titan big.
Attack on Titan is extremely mainstream here in the US. But if you talk to some
Attack on
people,
Titan has gotten so big now that anime, it's not weird. Like,
it isn't weird. It's not like
before-
it was a couple years ago.
but before,
I wasn't around a couple years ago.
if I compliment someone on a shirt that had anime on it, which was very rare anyway, it kind of be a passing by type of thing. But now, it's like I see more of it when I comment someone. I'll be like, "Oh yeah, thanks," and then from time to time we'll start talking about it. It's starting to get more normal in the U.S. mainly because in Japan they've already had this. Anime is already cool. Comics are already cool. You can be your own person there. And now in the U.S. it's okay to like comic books. It's okay to like anime. So anime is coming into the mainstream. Look at Netflix. Netflix has so much anime now. It's ridiculous.
That's true. Keep going.
And like it's the thing. Like, is it a good thing for anime that it's coming to the mainstream? Is it a good thing that people know more about it now, and it's okay to be an anime fan now because before it was kind of like you were kind of your own little group. It was kind of like, oh yeah, not too many people watch anime here in America, so I'm different. But now you're starting to become less different because, I mean, some people are okay with it. A lot of people who used to get picked on or were or would have been now aren't they aren't being bullied now for liking comic books. You know,
Right. No, I think
I actually remember being bullied a while ago for liking comic books for liking Batman and comic books and trying to talk about it. And you laugh back when it was still, oh, comic books are for nerds. You don't talk about that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
right. No, I
But that
think
was, and that was coming into the video game era. So then I learned how to talk about video games, and talking about video
yeah.
games is okay. And now that it is okay, I talk about comics now. I talk about anime now with people that I'm cool with, people that, I know, and it's okay. No one looks at me different. No one take like a glance like, oh yeah, that nerd, because it's like, no, I watch anime, and so do the other people. What are you gonna say? Yeah, I watch I like comic books. Yeah, I read comic books. What are you gonna say? It's okay now. One time, I played Yu-Gi-Oh at my lunch table, and no one said a thing. No one.
That's funny because I saw a group of people at my school who were like always sitting in the spot. The group of people I told you about, they're always
Okay.
playing Magic the Gathering. Always. They're playing Magic the Gathering, they're playing Pokemon, the Pokemon card trading game. Like
Yeah.
all the classic card trading nerd games, they're just sitting there casually. They have a couple tables pulled up, they're just playing it. I'm like, they just don't care. You know?
It's
And
because society is different now. Like, and I know that my generation is supposed to be a generation that's not supposed to care, but I still remember a time when it wasn't okay to do these things. I
mhm.
remember in middle school being laughed at because I played Yu-Gi-Oh with my friends, because I talked about these things. But now I'm in high school. A year's completely okay. I play Yu-Gi-Oh at a lunch table. No one says anything.
Yeah.
I talk about anime. Someone calls me a weeaboo, but I know they're just kidding. But oh, shut up, Techno. But
I'm done.
I
I'm done.
I know they're just kidding because one, they're Koreaboo, and two, they watch anime too. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's not like before where it was like some jock coming up like, oh, you watch anime? Oh, you nerd? Oh, you freak? Go play a sport or something. It's like, oh, you watch anime? That's cool. I'm not into it. I'm like, okay, and it's kind of like you go your separate ways.
Yeah.
It's not
No.
like before you'd get laughed at, where you get made fun of. It's not like that anymore, and I like that. And I think that's why I can say anime is coming to the mainstream, and that's why things are changing.
Yeah, I think anime coming to the mainstream is a good thing, but a bad thing. It's a double-edged sword. Uh, and I would say that anime was mainstream for much longer than we actually think. Because if you consider back in the day when I was younger, there was always Toonami, you know? People were always
Yeah,
watching anime on Toonami. And obviously there had to be like a large enough demographic that people were paying for cable so they could watch Toonami late at night,
yeah.
you know? But
Well, I
if you
mean, before Toonami wasn't even late at night. Toonami was like the action time of Cartoon Network. So that was like 6, 7 o'clock to like 10 o'clock.
yeah,
And Toonami's only recently moved to a, a and I think Toonami has changed with the progression of anime. Because if you think of old Toonami, because I remember watching old Toonami used to have like Justice League, Teen Titans, Static
yep,
Shock, those type of
yep,
things. But then anime wise, they had Yu Yu Hakusho very late and Sailor Moon very early. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Yu Yu
yeah,
Hakusho was much darker than Sailor Moon. That's why they had Sailor Moon earlier, and then they had like Dragon Ball Z. It was kid friendly, um, but it still had a lot of blood, so it was like a lot of action. And then you got Yu Yu Hakusho, which was blatantly, not for children. It was blatantly, there was cursing, there was fighting, there was a lot of blood, there was that type of thing. Not as much sex as it was an older anime, but still, cursing, there was a little bit here and there. There's a lot of blood and there was a lot of action in there. That's why they put it later than, Dragon Ball Z or Sailor Moon.
right.
And now that anime has gotten so much darker with things like Dead Man Wonderland, the way Bleach has gotten darker, Blue Exorcist, those type of shows, Death Note, they put that on a later time slot, from like midnight to 6 a.m.
Yeah,
because people are not gonna let their kids watch that. And it's not for kids watching; it's for like older people who are watching it because they loved Toonami when they were younger, and now they're watching. But it has to be later because Cartoon Network is so much lighter now. If you look at Cartoon Network's lineup now, you have like Adventure Time, regular show, Amazing
mhm,
World of Gumball, Whatever
Yep.
other new stupid shows I really don't like. Teen Titans Go.
Teen
These
Titans
shows are
Go. Oh my, no, what? Just keep going. Don't even get me started.
these shows are so much lighter than how Cartoon Network was. I
Yeah.
remember Cartoon Network when it was like Teen Titans, Justice League, Static Shock, boom, we got it, then Toonami. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I
No.
was like, oh, I loved that as a kid. But now with these lighter shows, I mean, I can't lie. I like regular show. Um, I like regular show. I like Adventure Time. Those are good shows, but they're lighter shows.
Yeah.
They make jokes like in Adventure. They make jokes of adventure. They make jokes of swinging the sword at monsters. To where like if you watch something like Yu Yu Hakusho, it was like a life or death situation in Yu Yu Hakusho. When Yusuke and the team were fighting a demon, it was like life or death. They need to go all out or they're all dead. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's so much. It's different because Cartoon Network is getting lighter. So
Mm.
and as anime is getting darker, Cartoon Network has to move Toonami to a later time slot because it's darker.
Yeah,
And
because they've picked up Attack on Titan and all that. And
yeah,
you're
they
like,
picked up
oh.
Attack on Titan. They took them, And I remember one time I was watching it, and Tenchi Mew came on, and there was nudity. I mean, they bleeped it out obviously because of the FCC and all that.
Mm.
But I could not remember a time when if Toonami was early, would ever do that.
Right.
Because it was earlier time slot, because they were kids watching it. Now it was like 1 in the morning, almost 2 a.m. And they got this nudity. I'm like, whoa, whoa! It came out of left field.
Right.
I mean, I should have known because I have watched some Tenchi Muyo, but I wasn't thinking they were going to show that or even blatantly like. It was like she had no clothes on, and like it was like whoa.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. That's what really ticks me off about anime nowadays. It's that it's gone to a point where it's so mainstream where they just don't care. They're like, oh, we'll just censor it. It's whatever. But back in the day, it was like they remove it completely and rewrite the script if they had to.
Well, I mean, Tenchi Muyo, you can't even blame it on being new. Tenchi Muyo is a very old anime.
Yeah.
And it's like DCS, so many multiverses. It's ridiculous. So you can't even tell what's new, what's old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was surprised that even that they had this old show, and that this old show had nudity.
Right.
And it just blew my mind. But then you have this. I'm thinking like, well, you still have things like that's the time they were still playing, Bebop, Inuyasha, and Big O. But they also had like Outlaw Star and DBZ and Dead Man Wonderland. Dead Man Wonderland is so bloody. It's so off the wall, and no nudity, but cursing, people fighting for their lives, and that's on a late time slot,
Yeah.
And they've adopted Bleach for so long, and now they're getting Naruto, and even now they have Kill la Kill.
Oh yeah, that's right. I completely forgotten about that. That actually, speaking of which, Kill la Kill was probably the turning point of anime.
How so?
I would say, because before that came out, everything was like just relaxed and mellow, and everyone was like, "Oh, it's whatever." But then Kill la Kill came out, and they're like, "Oh, let's pull all the stops. We're completely shameless. We don't even care." Pretty much. I don't remember what studio made it. Was it Funimation or was it Aniplex?
I don't know, but it was the same. It's made by the creators who made Gurren Lagann.
Oh, so it's probably. Is that Funimation? I don't even know. Let me look it up.
Shut your dogs up, man. It's getting annoying.
I'm sorry, I have no control over that. It's probably Bartholomew who came downstairs and they're not barking at him. Let's see. Kill la Kill.
Like, I haven't watched Kill la Kill.
I haven't either.
I haven't.
I
think I've watched like the first 3 episodes. It looks alright. It's actiony, but the art style is weird for this time.
I like the weirder art styles because it means that they're branching out and they're being like, oh.
Yeah, that's why I like Madoka Magica with their pyramid face, with their like diamond face.
Wow, I'm hurt. Oh, it was licensed by Aniplex. Now I'm sad. That makes me sad.
Why?
Aniplex is one of my favorite studios.
Aniplex is a good studio, but
they make a lot of my favorite shows.
I think mine too. Like
Yuka City Actors, the Irregular at Magic High School, Persona 4, Sword Art Online, Aldnoah
Hmm?
Zero.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, Fate Stay Night, which you hate.
I
They
don't.
even
I don't. I just hate facing out because I don't like the main character, and
it's
the
fine.
characters were stupid.
It's
But
fine. It's fine.
Fate Zero is Fate Zero is pretty cool though.
Don't even worry about it. Yeah, they made a lot of my Aniplex makes a lot of my favorite shows.
I mean, I hear it's really good. I hear Kill la Kill is really good. You
So
just
I've been
have
told.
to look past all the pervertedness and stupidity that's going on. My problem with Kill la Kill, I'm an anime, but anime. Kill la Kill's problem is it's a shonen anime with a female lead, which is good, but they have all this randomness. They have all this comedy in the middle of a battle. Like, I don't want comedy in the middle of a battle. I want people getting messed up in the middle of a battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
I
even
feel
at Katsucon, this blew my mind. So you've seen her like battle outfit for the main character of Kill la Kill, right?
yeah. Was there someone
You
cosplaying as her?
I saw multiple guys cosplaying in that costume. Blew my mind.
Okay.
Blew my freaking mind.
I don't even. Okay, that's just oh
Exactly.
my goodness.
I couldn't even. It just it was so off the
Okay,
sorry.
that just proves it. That just proves it because anime is heading in a direction where it's more fan service for everyone, and I'm like, I don't want to see that. I just want a good show.
Yeah. Like
Uh, Just, just, just another fine
and this
example.
was a while ago because you can really tell. I've lived by this for a while. You can really tell what type of person someone is by the way if they watch anime. You can tell easily by the type of person they are by the anime they watch. I've
Oh
met
yeah,
people who are like, "Oh man, my favorite anime is like High School DxD or High School of the Dead or Infinite Stratos," and I'm
and
like,
you're like,
those aren't good shows. Though High School of the Dead is very stupid. They have an incoherent story, really
yep,
dumb characters.
mm-hmm,
You just like it for the fan service. And then there was that whole shot where the dude shot the bullet there
yeah,
was
yeah.
that
I know
whole
what you're
thing.
talking about. You can stop. I know what you're talking
It's
about.
so stupid. Like
Unnecessary.
when you watch those type of shows and you see people who are like, "Oh man, those shows are so good," and I'm like,
Mm,
"You just like it for the fan service," and that's been
yeah,
going on for a while. And now that anime is coming up to the mainstream, that's coming up to the mainstream. But
yeah,
but fan service can't beat out. It's good, but it cannot beat out shows like Attack on Titan. It cannot beat
right.
out shows that are groundbreaking, like Death Note versus High School of the Dead. Death Note wins. Attack on Titan versus High School of the Dead. Attack on Titan wins.
Yeah. No,
Even Sword Art
no.
Online versus High School of the Dead. Sword Art Online wins because these are groundbreaking shows.
Right, and even though,
Sword Art Online, as much grief as I give it for the second season, for the second half of the first season, is a well done show for the first half.
yeah, no,
Death Note,
totally.
as much gripe as I give it, is a well done show in the first season. I
Yeah,
loved it. Bleach, it's gotten way too far now,
yeah.
but I still like it. Attack on Titan, I give it gripe for what it's doing now, but it is a good show. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and like Naruto, I never got into it, but the ending was solid. The characters were solid. You
Yeah.
know, One Piece is pure stupidity, which is why I can go for so long. But it's stupidity that's good. The comedy is solid. It's those type of things. It doesn't have fan service. None of these shows have fan service. Okay, maybe
Well,
Bleach a little bit,
argue
but
a
it's not
little.
blatant. Bleach's fan service is not blatant, except
Yeah.
for that one Beach episode. That one was just
There's always the obligatory beach episode. That's when you know the series has gone on too long.
yeah. But like Soul Eater, very well done show. It can, and you know what? High School of the Dead cannot beat out Soul Eater. It can't
Nope.
because these shows are groundbreaking. These shows are amazing. You
Yeah.
know, and fan service can't beat out great shows. You can put all the fan service you want. It can't beat a good story because fan service isn't a story.
Well, look at it this way. The way that they're going about it is they're looking for those people that enjoy the fan service and they're like, oh, well, if we can get into that niche market, then we'll be solid for the next 10 years. And you're like, seriously? Like, that's a smaller demographic compared to everybody else. Like, for
Yeah.
example, I'm going to say a name here. I don't know if you ever heard of it, but just don't watch it. Trust me. Have you heard of a show called Panty and Stocking?
Oh man, I kind of have to finish it now
Good
because
God.
I
Continue.
started watching.
You started watching it.
I started watching it. Yes,
You made the same
actually,
mistake I did.
At Katsucon, at the rave, they
Mhm.
had on the monitors the penning and stocking. You know, when they went from their cartoonish style to their
Yeah,
more
to
anime
the
style,
anime style. Yeah.
when they were changing their weapons, they
Yeah.
had that going on the monitors at the rave, and I was like, wow, no way. And
Nobody cares.
it just cracked me and my friends up because we were like, that
Yeah.
is just hilarious.
Yeah. No. Okay. You made the same mistake I did and started watching it. Oh,
Well,
great.
because I thought it was going to be good because I watched a review on it and
Yeah. So did
it said
I.
it was making fun of America, and I was like, oh man, that's hilarious because
Yeah.
because everyone perceives the America the same way.
Yeah. It's funny though, but I watched it and okay, I'm gonna be honest. It's a good show. It's an
It
amazing
is.
show.
It's a good show. I like it. I just have to
Like
find time to finish it.
like
It's a
the
good
animation
show.
style is well
Oh
done. From that to the transformations, you're just like, that's good. Like they
yeah.
just pulled out all the stops. But to be honest, they're completely shameless. They just don't care. They're like, whatever.
And you can't hold that against Panzer Bizarre Belt because that's the point of it. Because that's how they see America. They see
Yeah.
America as shameless. So that's why they did what they did with this show.
Right. And
Now,
that's why it's a good show.
if you threw something like what's a really messed up show? You threw out something like High School of the Dead, High School DxD, Infinite
Hmm.
Stratos. I haven't watched Infinite Stratos. I haven't finished High School DxD, but I did finish High School of the Dead, unfortunately.
I started
Those
Infinite Stratos and dropped it.
those shows are just stupid retarded
Hmm.
because they have nothing but fan service. Like I'm gonna throw you out one of my second favorite shows ever, and show you how you can do a good contrast of fan service plus story. Air Gear.
Oh yes, totally.
Watch the first episode of Air Gear. You got nudity, and there's a lot of cursing throughout that entire show. But that's not what they focus on. Progression as an air track rider. They focus on Kogasumaru and how they connect with each other. They
Hmm.
focus on Sleeping Force and all this conflict that's going on with them and Genesis and Kogaku. Got the fan service that people were expecting from it out of the way first episode, and they were just done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Iggy's a perv, but that was part of his personality being like adolescent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Iggy is 14. Iggy, that's how 14-year-olds are, so that's how they portrayed him, but they also showed that he has a mature side to him. They showed that this is how, he progressed. This is how he progressed from being this kid that's a perv and is cursing a lot to this kid who's cursing but has plans. This kid who's arrogant but is good, who can back it up.
Yeah.
And then that's why I love Air Gear, because it doesn't let fan service rule the show.
No, and that's the thing. If you're gonna do it, at least do it right, not just be like, oh well, we're trying to get into this market and being like, oh whatever. You're like, seriously, just stop. You're ruining it. You're making it bad, and it's just nobody cares. Well, there's obviously somebody cares because they're doing it, but in my mind, I just don't care.
Yeah. Like so what's another show. And this show does a job that I didn't think was possible. And it's just so suggestive that I hated it. Kiss X Sis. Never watched this show. It is
Oh
so
yeah,
stupid.
David was actually telling me to watch that show, and I was like, are you kidding me?
No, it's about straight up incest, man. It's so jacked
Yeah.
up. Yeah, the
Oh, on
they're
that note,
they're step family. They're step families, so like, oh, they make this like, oh, it's okay, but no, it's not. It's creepy. It's weird.
yeah, like I can go back to how annoying it was in in the second half of the first season of SAO, where they purposely changed his relationship with his sister.
Yeah.
They did that on purpose. Like before, I was like, oh, she's just your sister, but then all of a sudden this side story pops up where she's suddenly his cousin. Like what? No,
Yeah.
no. You did that on purpose. Like premeditated. Like everyone saw that
It's
episode.
ridiculous.
everyone saw the episode before that and they're like, oh yeah, we totally shipped them together. And then the creators feeling guilty were like, oh well, let's just make them cousins and it's all right. And you're like, no, it's not.
And if you want to make it okay, make him adopted, please.
That would have been
That
so
was
much
an
better.
easy
Just
solution to that problem.
solution been like, oh yeah, he was
Easy solution.
adopted. His
was
parents died or
adopted.
whatever it is. Like, okay, that makes perfect sense. It's
That
fine.
makes sense.
It's whatever.
Not his cousin. And even if it's gonna be a cousin, make it like fourth time remove or something.
Yeah,
Please?
otherwise it's just like like honestly,
Because
if
that's
you
like
look at it,
the extended family right there, and that's just creepy.
yeah, it's just bad, really, really bad.
Like Kiss Exes, it has no nudity in it. Because I watched the whole thing on YouTube. It has no nudity in it, but this dialogue is so suggestive. It is ridiculous.
It's one of those shows.
Like, you have the episode that sticks out in my mind automatically when I think of how stupid and suggestive it is.
Mhm.
So they get this chocolate like it's lipstick, or it's not. It's chocolate like carved in lipstick, and so they get their brother to like get it off of their lips as they're kissing,
Oh.
and that's how that goes. I'm like, this is so ridiculous. I feel like I want to puke. I feel like this is so stupid.
Yeah.
And this is even when I was at an age where, oh yeah, that'd be cool. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Even at the age, I'm like, this is so stupid. Where's the story? This is an anime. This is softcore porn. What the? I'm not.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I get that. No, just they need to refocus their efforts and stop like trying to push this. I just want to see anime. I want to see battles. I want to see plot development. I want to see character development. I want to see all that. I want nothing to do with all this extra stuff. If you want to do that stuff,
go make
create
hentai,
your own.
please. Just go make hentai.
Please,
Just go make hentai.
straight up do that. Straight up do that because that's
Go make
literally
hentai.
what you're doing. That's literally like I can say the Monogatari series, which you haven't seen, but
I haven't.
that's one of those shows where yes, some of it is like really weird. You're taken back. You're like, oh, whoa, slow down. But most of the rest of the show is like mostly two characters in a room talking, and the conversations they have are like absolutely brilliant. Even though they do nothing else, they just talk. There's like 2 or 3 battle scenes with the main character versus whatever's going on, and it's good because the main character is one. He used to be a vampire, but he managed to keep his not his immortality, but his massive healing ability. So this dude is a bad fighter. Like, I'm gonna be honest, he's a bad fighter. He can take a beating but keep on going. And there's one episode where he fights this gorilla demon or something like that. I don't remember what it was, but this chick completely laid the dude out on the floor. He's like gushing blood. She tears off his arm and is like completely wailing on him, and he just gets back up and takes her out. And I'm like, what? Like, that's how good this show is. But
a show that I think will reflect that, and that I've seen would be Please Teacher and the Please Twin series. They're separate series, but they're connected. Please Teacher is the prequel to Please Twins.
Mm-hmm.
Please Teacher, despite what I originally thought in the last episode, it was a good show. The character development was solid. I liked the characters. The relationship was good. But then they went and messed it up with Please Twins. Or Onegi Twins, or Onegi Teacher. Because the entire plot is like these 3 people that all 3 have these pictures, and so 2 of them are siblings, and then one of them is just a stranger, which doesn't explain why 3 of them have the picture and not just 2 of them, which would, logically state, which you would logically think, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like you have this love triangle with the 2 girls falling in love with their possibly brother, and then they're trying to prove that they're siblings, but then they're like, oh, I'm falling in love with him, so let me not try to prove that let's go on dates before we even know, and all this stuff, and I'm just like, this is so stupid. I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't. You people are disgusting. Go somewhere with your life, please.
Yeah, no. And just side note, Takio enjoys that show, so I'm just saying.
I mean, I really hope he only enjoyed Please Teacher, because I did enjoy Please Teacher. Please Teacher was very good. Despite what
Yeah.
I first thought of it, it's a very well done show. But Please
Mm,
Twin just messes up the whole series. I'm glad that they're separate. Because if they were
yeah.
together, it would really bring down my rating of these shows. Like I gave like Please Teacher like a 6, and I give like Please Twins like a 3.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think it's about time we start wrapping up.
Really? It's been an hour already?
Yeah, it's 10:03.
No, I
Well, at
mean
least over here.
you and your hour behindness in Chicago.
I'm sorry. So,
But
yeah.
yeah, um, but yeah, it just in short, like the way anime is going right now, it's mainstream. But
More fan service than
if it continues
stop.
to go this great way of getting views by fan service, it is not gonna end well.
Yeah, because the faithful fans, such as me and you, and the few other people that I've talked to recently, are
Yeah.
going to stop watching completely. They're just going to be like, there's no point.
Like I'm gonna sit and watch Kill la Kill for the pure reason that the people who created Gurren Lagann, my number one favorite anime, excuse me, made that show, and that I have respect for them for making Gurren Lagann. I'm a hope and I'm a pray that they, aside from all the fan service, have an actual plot behind the show. I hope that they do,
Yep.
and that's the reason I'm gonna watch it.
Yep, and you need to get back to me on that, and then I'll decide if I'm ever going to watch it, which will probably be a no, but we'll see.
Yeah, but first I gotta finish Host Club for all the people that subscribed to me because of Katsucon.
Yep. And I need to go and watch Al Noah Zero because that show is dope, and it's up right now.
Yeah, I need to finish Host Club so I can go back to
Oh,
it.
wow. Here's something else just to leave everyone with. 90% of the anime out there, believe it or not, is rated R17.
Really?
Like if you go on my anime list and look at them, most of them are rated R17, believe it or not. And I don't know what the context is for that, but
Whoa, 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 whoa. Where on my anime list?
just specifically the anime I've been watching.
Hmm.
I'm not just like regular anime, like this Gundam Al Noah Zero that I've been watching is rated R17. I don't know why. There's no fan service in it, so.
But then
And
you still have to account
then
for things like cussing and subjective dialogue and such.
True, and then JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is R17, which is weird. And then I wonder what Naruto's rated. Da, da, da. It doesn't say. Interesting.
Because
Wait.
Naruto's a kid's anime. Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece have all taken their own roads because they
hmm
all start off the same. Like Bleach took the road of being serious,
Yeah.
as of Naruto took the road of being a kid show, and then One Piece just took the road of being random.
Yeah. Oh, Tokyo Ghoul is R17.
Of
Why do
course
you?
it is. Do you see how much blood is in that show?
Yeah. I'm just surprised. Okay. I'm just surprised because I'm looking at it now.
That is really torn between fan service and blood.
Tokyo Ghoul? Really? You think so?
I'm talking anime in general.
Oh.
It's torn
Oh.
between, are we going to do fan service or are we going to do a lot of blood and action? And there have been very few shows that can put these things together and make it work. Like Air Gear could make that work.
That's true. Right.
So, but when I was at Katsucon, I saw this
hmm
one dude in on this Kirito cosplay,
Yeah.
and usually when you see Kirito, you'll see an Asuna with him, but it was just him. And I was
hmm
like, "Hey, dude, where's Asuna at?" And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I don't know, I lost her." And then I was like, "Oh, where are your other like 6 girls that are all over you all the time?"
You just had to. You're just like, oh yeah, where's your trope there, buddy?
It was Mr. Harem. He was like, "Oh yeah, man." I don't. He laughed at me like I walked away. And
Yeah.
it was really cool because it was hilarious. I was like, "Man, Kirito, he's not even that cool.
Yeah.
He's just a beater. He's not really a beater. Yeah, tester. He just said he was a beater."
Yeah.
I still make fun of that one guy. He was like, "He's a beta tester and cheater. He's a beater." Making fun of that guy is funny because he sounds so stupid saying it,
Of course.
of course. But alright, yeah, I gotta get back to working on my videos for my fans because
And I need
I'm
to
gonna
go and edit this
say
video before I go
what
downtown.
they. Alright. This is Nas160 signing off.
Peace.
Peace.